In 1218, one governor on the edge of Central Asia arrested a Mongol trade caravan and killed its men. It looked like a local decision. 2 years later, some of the richest cities in the Islamic world were burning. The man who gave the order was Inalchuk, governor of Otrar, a major trading city near the Sir Darya River, on the route between the steppe and the great markets of Central Asia. The empire behind him was Khwarezmia, a vast power stretching across today's Iran, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, and parts of Afghanistan. Its ruler, Shah Muhammad II, believed he was dealing with a distant nomad chief. He was not. By that time, Genghis Khan had already united the Mongol tribes, crushed rivals on the steppe, and built an army that could move faster than most kingdoms could think. But in 1218, he was not asking Khwarezmia for war. He was asking for trade. A caravan arrived at Otrar carrying goods, merchants, and the authority of the Mongol ruler behind it. To the Mongols, trade was not just business, it was intelligence, diplomacy, and recognition. If a state accepted Mongol merchants, it accepted that the Mongol Empire had a place in the world order. Inalchuk saw something else. He accused the caravan of being spies. Then he seized the goods and had the men killed. One survivor, according to the traditional accounts, escaped and carried the news back east. Now Genghis Khan had a choice. He could punish Otrar alone. He could demand compensation. Or he could ignore the insult and keep fighting elsewhere. He chose something colder. He sent envoys directly to Shah Muhammad II. This mattered. An envoy was not just a messenger. In the world of steppe diplomacy, an envoy carried the face of the ruler who sent him. To touch him was to touch the ruler himself. To kill him was not a crime. It was a declaration. Genghis Khan demanded that Inalchuk be handed over. The Shah refused. Then he made the mistake that turned a border incident into a death sentence for an empire. One Mongol envoy was killed. The others were humiliated and sent back. That was the point where negotiation ended. But this was not simply rage. Rage burns quickly. What followed was planned. In 1219, the Mongol army moved west. The Khwarezmian Empire was large, rich, and confident. Its cities had walls. Its armies had numbers. Its ruler controlled old urban centers like Bukhara, Samarkand, and Urgench, places that had survived centuries of war, trade, and dynastic change. But size can be a weakness when command is broken. Shah Muhammad II did not gather his forces into one decisive army. He scattered them inside fortified cities, hoping the walls would absorb the Mongol attack. It sounded reasonable. Make the invader pay for every gate, every street, every siege. But it gave Genghis Khan exactly what he wanted. The Mongols did not have to defeat one empire in one battle. They could cut it into pieces, isolate each city, and destroy them one by one. Otrar was first. The city that had swallowed the caravan now found itself surrounded. The siege dragged on for months. When it finally fell, the message was obvious. The place where the insult began would not be spared. Inalchuk was captured. The details of his death vary in the sources, and some are probably shaped by legend. But the meaning did not vary. The governor who had seized Mongol wealth and killed Mongol protected men was made into an example. Then the Mongols moved deeper. Bukhara fell. Samarkand fell. These were not empty towns. They were centers of religion, scholarship, wealth, and authority. Their fall told the region that the Shah could not protect what he claimed to rule. And that was the real destruction. An empire is not only land, it is belief. People obey because they think the center can defend them. Once that belief breaks, walls become stone. Soldiers become trapped men, and rulers become fugitives. Shah Muhammad II ran. The man who had refused Genghis Khan's demand now moved from city to city, then toward the Caspian Sea. chased not only by Mongol horsemen, but by the collapse of his own authority. He died in flight in 1221. His empire did not die because one envoy was murdered. It died because Genghis Khan decided that if killing an envoy could go unanswered, every future negotiation with the Mongols would be weaker. Every border governor would think he could test them. Every king would think distance was safety. So he turned one murder into a doctrine. The doctrine was simple: touch a Mongol envoy, and the punishment will not stop at the killer. It will reach the city that hid him, the ruler who protected him, and the empire that believed it could survive the insult. That is why the fall of Khwarezmia was so brutal. It was not only revenge, it was a warning written across Central Asia in ruins. In 1218, a caravan entered Otrar. By 1221, the empire that killed it was gone.